quick map one here at the quarterfinals as NIP take down Heroic on Nuke 16-4. And Forrest had just an incredible game. He could not be stopped. And now we're going to go on to map number 2, which will be on Overpass. And I think Heroic even picked that map, didn't they, the first one? So this is trouble.
It's not looking great for them. I think the big thing is the fact that just there's no individual who could stack up to Forrest with that level of a game. And even the crazy thing is Lecro had a phenomenal game as well, but we barely noticed with how well Forrest played. So obviously, go to the other side. You need Madi to step up, definitely. Freiburg obviously needs a little bit more, but Madi is the real one who you feel has that impact that can actually allow them to get into these games. So just a flat opening from Heroic early on.
Yeah, it really was, and you never want to see that on a big day like today, playing in front of a crowd. You don't want that kind of a cold start. They're going to have one more chance, or they're going to be out of it. NIP obviously on the side of the bracket with Astralis and MIBR. That quarterfinals will be happening after this one. So it's a hard bracket to get through for NIP, but they're off to a fantastic start here. And now it's going to be Overpass. What do you think? I mean, can they reset enough?
I mean, they can, yeah. I'm not going to say it's not possible, but I think after that showing, you have to be going with NIP. And the big thing as well, I think that what's making me excited right now is this is an NIP that looked way better than they did earlier, a couple of other stages in the tournament. Remember, they struggled against Ghost to even get through. Yes. They looked a little bit flat that day. I know it wasn't exactly an intimidating view of NIP for the rest of the team. So this time, NIP has looked good to start this out. And map 2 begins right now. Overpass coming up between NIP and Heroic.
Yes, indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching from the arena, or if you're watching from home. Go and invite your friends, get them all online. It's NIP on the CT side and Heroic on the T side. We've got a couple of smokes and a Molotov, and Modi looks to be wanting to take control of this very, very quickly. That's a quick use of the Molotov as they wrap around towards the L bend. Looked like it was going to continue, but they kind of slow it down a little bit. Get right in Rez. Oh, they might get trapped in this corner. It's going to be hard to get out alive. Rez with one beautiful headshot, but the smoke in front and Get Right still hiding. They don't know that he's there. He doesn't hit the headshot. Freiburg with a great turnaround, taking down both players. That is so important. Now he's up close and wants a bit more. Dennis will shut him down, and an Electro headshot makes it almost impossible for her to hold on. Forrest continuing, and now Modi 1 versus 3. The bomb is on the other side. They tap it. They're not actually defusing it yet. They're going to make sure the job is done, and NIP will win the round.
What a great retake. Great assertiveness from Dennis to lead the way, clear out the water, throws caution to the wind, and he's exposed from so many different angles. His teammates are covering him. Really well played, and also good entries from Freiburg, just not able to close out the round overall as Heroic. Another one lost. Great shots from Lecro coming in here, and obviously the finisher to prevent anyone from stopping that defuse, or prevent Madi from stopping the defuse, and NIP is going to have the lead to begin. With that plant, Heroic goes for the save. They're going to have the rifles into the next round, and we'll see how well NIP can do. Not taking too many losses here.
Freiburg hoping for a deeper headshot. Get right. Oh, he transferred the aim off S-Tag a little bit early, but he still got his double, and it was all fine. Swapping out for the UMP as Rez, and that's a quick round.
That is a quick round. Get right, just getting someone low. He wanted the assist. Wanted to give Rez a chance to double up and get that bonus money. 2-0. First test for NIP on this defensive side, though. 5 AK is going to be brought up by Heroic. We knew it was coming. NIP knows it's coming. Smokes on the board as well.
What you really want to see is not that slow and slightly scared kind of Counter-Strike coming out Heroic, especially map number 2 here. I really want to see them just give it all early on here. See if they can get some of those entries that they just never really seem to find on Nuke. They are thinking about it on the other side of that smoke. No, nothing happening yet.
Dennis is playing a dangerous game at the moment. No one heading that direction quite yet. It's going to be timing. I imagine when Rez makes contact, that's when Dennis is going to start pushing. There's the headshot. Dennis hasn't budged. Get Right's going to go down as well. Now his hand is forced. He can't just play this slow. He spots one out. He can't get the kill. He crouches down. Oh, that's a disaster for NIP. They had so many different areas. Look at the HP. 3 duels, and they were so close to winning them.
Yeah, they've softened up almost the entire Heroic lineup here, but it just doesn't matter. They are going to have to try and find a way to back on out and save the rifles. They don't have the same kind of economy that they had on Nuke, so these rifles are going to be pretty valuable. Some great fights to be winning early on there. And you're right, that was a dangerous game for Dennis to be playing. If Rez had got the kill and fallen back, maybe that would have created more space for him, but he probably should have won that fight anyway.
Yes. I mean, he definitely should have. They all probably had a great chance at winning it. I'm not going to say they should have, but Such is the way it goes at times. So Heroic get the first round on the board, and at least unlike Nuke, they're gonna keep this close early on in this first half. NIP's gonna buy again. Lekro can drop an M4 over to Rez, and Dennis and GetRed can actually buy it outright on their own if they choose to. So NIP gonna scrape together whatever they can.
Yeah, for what's the fourth round now coming up. Such an interesting map, Overpass. I really love watching it. I still think one of the more unexplored maps, even though we've seen so many cool tricks from it. It's obvious that there's still more to come. Actually challenging the Molotov and running up close to the smoke. Dennis gonna wrap around so many people, and still he sneaks in a headshot on S-Tag, trying to fall back. Using the whole magazine there, that's very dangerous, and Dennis is not gonna get out. Rez managed to reload in time and gets the kill on Mertz, but now it's time to fall back here. 3 on 4, gotta make sure you don't lose any more heads-up play. Saw it coming from Freiburg, and that's a double kill again. Now 2 on 4. They don't need to fight any longer here on the NIP side.
Oh, this is going to be heartbreaking for Heroic. They're about to get reset. Bomb's going to be picked up by Maudie. GetRed's going to have a very fast flank. If there's any contact here from Rez, if he gets any information, Forrest coming to join as well. That is great teamwork. Low HP. They know where the last one is. Forrest taking the fight. Astilion can't land the shot. All the meanwhile, GetRed coming from behind to close this out. Astilion just cannot get forward enough before Forrest takes the duel. 3-1. Heroic pushed back before they can build.
Just a great job, and saving 2 of the rifles on the previous round and buying into this one, and they immediately get their revenge. Heroic are going to force it up anyway. They didn't get the bomb plant. 2 deagles. It's not the worst force up. They do only have 2 smokes, and that kind of means that any elaborate plays where you go and fake a bomb site or anything is not going to be possible. Instead, looks like they again want to be fairly quick, and Dennis is very aggressive. This is such a power play from NIP. Round after round, they're just pushing up like this, and going to take a bit of a fight now. He's exposed and a little bit out in the open. Going to try and hide behind the fountain. They're coming from every angle. Oh, man. I feel for him.
He's lost his mind. He just went full fanatic mode. They won't expect it 3 times in a row.
Oh, man.
Too many angles to deal with, and teammates not close enough. And, I mean, that's fair play. At a certain point, if you're a teammate, you just got to say, all right, Dennis, like, yeah, you want to be crazy? You can be crazy on your own. How does NIP recover? Rez is still aggressive, and that's what's kind of cool about this. I mean, even with Dennis pushing like this, they're playing a pretty advanced, aggressive defense over towards Fountain and Bathrooms. Remember, they've had that 3-man setup with GetRed in those stairs a number of times, ready to just pinch and crunch on that location. GetRed has some intel. Pop flash over for Rez, who doesn't take the peek. I imagine they have to know he's here. They have to clear him.
He sees the shadow on the ground, though. Gives him just a bit of an edge. No pop flash coming around the corner yet. They're setting up for 1. He lines up, and that's just a great kill. Double indeed for Rez, and Forrest will take down Freiburg.
Tough positions to clear out if you're Heroic. You have to use utility, because you can see when we're watching these POVs, Forrest and Rez both using positions that have the shadows, that show the shadows before they turn the corner. They're getting an extra half second on these fights before Heroic even know where they are. Oh, style points.
At least he was put to rest on that bench, Moses. He sort of leaned over and...
Didn't look comfortable, though.
No, not really.
It was like he was like planking.
That was popular in 2009. It's there was even a smoke that they were throwing. I think maybe they didn't have a flashbang and they were just pretending.
I mean, you mentioned at the start of that round they only had 2 smokes to work with. So I mean, at a certain point, you either have to choose to use them initially in the round to gain some space, or use them towards the end. And obviously, Heroic trying to save him for later on. Rez under, he's answering the call every time. He's only going to spray down 2. Massive damage, though, and now it's GetRed coming in to fill the gap. He's dinked, but he's holding him in place. Another flank coming in, and that's a quick one. Great job from NIP, and they are swarming the point of attack.
Yeah, Heroic are not really even solving the first part of this puzzle, which is gaining control of restrooms. That's your staging area for executing into the A-bomb site, and they're not even winning that fight. That's kind of nervousing.
It gives you like shades of Nuke, doesn't it? Where they couldn't even get control of outside. They couldn't even get anything done there. So yeah, Heroic, this initial plan they have on both their offensive sides so far in this series has been shut down, and they haven't been able to adapt. S-Tag with some early nade damage onto him, down to 60. Forrest is going to gain control of short sewers. They really haven't even messed with B. NIP's been happy at times to just have Lekro play this bomb site all on his own.
Yeah, he's been doing that so much. Forrest, I guess, is kind of nearby, but...
Hasn't always been the case.
No, even earlier he was up by the restrooms, wasn't he? Well, Bomb is far back, and Heroic just want to see if they can sniff out part of the map. Again, just get some entry, set up with some grenades, have a normal execute, but they're not even getting to that spot at the moment.
I think Heroic's got to be a little bit confused. They're just like, wow, no one's actually had bathrooms for the first time in forever. There's this bait and switch we see all the time out towards long. Rez pinned down in the corner. Dennis has the AWP. There's the peek up top. Rez had heard the footstep. He's having a phenomenal game. He's been so good for NIP. Aggressively towards this A bomb, so he's going to get another fight right here. Dennis can't help him, and he's going to win that as well.
Phenomenal play coming out from Rez yet again, and you're right. He has been such a force for this NIP team. Forrest hitting headshots yet again. More coming through the door, and Forrest out of bullets, I believe, and that's a bit of a problem. Ends up going down to Freiburg, but I don't think it really matters. Lekro still on the bomb side. Easy kill for him, and Get Right with the immediate follow-up. 6-1 in favor of NIP. Rez currently with 13 and 4 as a scoreline.
That's brilliant. First map was Forrest and Lekro. Now it's Rez, who's just so good. He's shut down this entire half of the map. Every time they've come long, every time they've encroached upon bathrooms, he's been there to stand tall. And Heroic, I mean, a tactical timeout, because again, it's just talking things over. Let's figure this out. How are we going to get this kill? How are we going to find an opening without losing too many players? How can we eliminate Rez without just falling?
Yeah, appropriately sad mood music for Heroic that are really in a lot of trouble right now. I really feel like now it's not just enough to win a couple of rounds, like, you know, get something on the board and hold it. Like, you need that power play from somebody. There has to be somebody to counterweight all that's happening on the NIP side. I haven't seen the NIP play like this for a very long time.
No, I mean, Rez has more frags than the entire Heroic team combined. We mentioned on Nuke, there was Madi and Freiburg far behind. This time it's Mertz and Madi with 1 kill each. S-Tag with 0. So just in terms of just pure production, nothing getting done from a Heroic on an individual level.
It's a good idea for Mertz to try and jump that corner, but he needed the other 2 teammates to immediately sort of get for a close peek and try and revenge that kill. And you could tell that Rez had enough time to slightly fall back. Get Right will help out a little bit, and actually looks like Rez is going to try and exchange positions. Don't know if he's doing it. He hasn't reloaded yet. He's still just playing with the USP. He's so good at this game. It's ridiculous. Now he's finally going to bring the rifle back out again. Got a couple of more bullets left, but Forrest will get the revenge. And again, hitting headshots all of the time.
And look at what it cost Heroic to take Rez out of action. It cost them everything, every single player, just to hunt him down. That one guy causing so many problems for Heroic. They're going to have the rifles back. They're going to have the AWP and Mertz, so another option they can fall back on if they take it slow-paced, give them time to find a pick. But still, no love to the B bomb site. Just that one round they came into late a few rounds ago. This time the bomb is out there right at the beginning, so maybe they're going to head there with 5 players. They need to stop just getting picked off. They need to be able to attack a bomb site with 5 players alive.
A bit of a varied defense for NIP, this time having 2 in the connector. I mean, the fact that they're switching it up all the time is obviously also very annoying for Heroic, because there's no identifiable pattern that they can easily rely upon. If it was just the same bathroom defense that was holding all of the time, they could slow it down and come up with a solution for that, but they have to spend the first part of these rounds just scouting it out, figuring out what's going on, and that's the part they can't actually get past. If they could push back Dennis and Rez into the A bomb site, then they would have the grenades in this round to actually have an A execute.
Yeah, you have to imagine they're going to have to use some of them to get them out of position. 3 smokes left, 2 flashbangs. Yeah, pressuring towards long. Get Right. Takes some superficial damage. And there's Rez as the smoke clears, and he somehow still wins that. Freiburg's got to be frustrated. Molotov on the ground to prevent the chase. He's got the cover of Dennis's ult, but again, Heroic lose out. They're going to rotate back towards the B bomb site. They've just got to straight up hit this. 30 seconds left on the clock, and NIP is going to start getting the idea. Get Right's on the rotation, and Forrest has the intel.
The game is up. Once you get that kill at 24 seconds, you kind of know what's coming. Lekro can hear them running in the monster tunnel as well, so now backup is being called for. 20 seconds. Heroic trying to get onto the bomb site. Forrest will go down. S-Tag picking up a kill finally in the game. It's been very rough for him indeed, and edging out Lecro grenade right on top of his head. Still going to win the fight. A great double kill now, 6 seconds left. And Dennis with the flank. If he gets the kill inside of the smoke, they won't be able to win the round. He's going to get the bomb plant in the last second. Misses the chance, and Asilian now alone. 1 versus 2. Just has to win this round. There's no more hope for Heroic if he can't do it. Snuck up close to the pillar, and they're jumping on top. He gets one of them, but the next is still up there. Rez, who's been doing almost everything for NIP in this map. Asilian trying to see if he could change his position. No smokes left on Rez either, so Asilian having to walk the rest of the way. Somehow Rez is checking this, running past, and it will be a second round. Heroic make it work. And it took such an enormous amount of effort to do that.
I actually do not know how they came out on top of that. I mean, some very nice trading as they come in, but they didn't have very many advantages, if any at all. Good round from Asilian, staying alive, taking these fights. A nice clutch 1-on-2 right at the end. Rez even having the right idea with that AWP. Trying to use that far back to cover Get Right as Asilian was around the pillar. Timeout, though, because Heroic need to build upon this. They do win, it gets down to 1 player, so they're going to be depleted in terms of their money after this buy-up, and it's not going to be the best thing in the world. NIP as well, another time on the CT side, despite the dominance, losing 1 round, and NIP doesn't exactly have the most cash in the world, so a chance for Heroic, as you mentioned on Nuke, to springboard back into striking distance, but it's got to be now.
If you look at the scoreboard on the Heroic side, 7 on Asilian, 7 on Freiburg, then 2 kills for S-Tank that he got in that last round, 1 on Mertz, 1 on Modi. There's definitely some sort of a fracture happening here on the Heroic side that has to be repaired sooner rather than later. And Dennis, again, playing fairly aggressive. But he's got a little bit of backup in Rez on the other side, so they're sort of back to that style of defense here. They've circled all the way around, Moses.
Dennis should never be peeking this until Rez maybe spots something, but I mean, it's a tough role for Rez to be playing at the moment. Look at all these different locations he's got to have, and he's going to spot one out, and he's got to get it all the way. How does he win that one? How does he do it again and again? Dennis pounces. A 2-for-2 trade. Get Right still in the staircase, but nicely managed from Heroic.
That really should be an automatic loss, shouldn't it? You're just looking the wrong way. Manages to adjust Modi here, with the fight against Get Right, trying to get sneaky. That's maybe the best chance right now for Heroic in this whole game, or yeah, in the whole game to actually win a round. 3 versus 2, they've got plenty of time. They've even got the grenades, Moses.
Get Right's got to be so confused why Modi was there. They do, but they still have Forest at the A-bomb site as well.
It's just 1 man, Moses.
Yeah, but it's Forest.
1 man. That's all they have to overcome. 35 seconds. Forest surely is going to be hearing all of the grenades landing behind him. Realizes something is up, turns around for it. 1 has already passed, and he's unable to really see anything now. The bomb is going down on the other side. What a move from Heroic. They sneak right past, and Forest is going to be going down. Great kill from Freiburg. Much improved from his nuke performance, and Lecro, given the money situation that you highlighted earlier, might be better to just save this M4.
Yeah, especially now that he's been spotted so far away, and I think, yeah, that kind of triggered something into his brain. He's like, yep, this isn't worth going for. So Heroic are going to build upon that 1-round win. Good trades on the aggression from Rez and Dennis, and Get Right trying to get fancy. It's going to be 7-3. NIP still in the driver's seat, but perhaps not for much longer. Lecro will have this M4. Get Right and Forest will be able to buy up. Dennis and Rez are going to have to force something. But I imagined you'd want to drop an M4 over to Rez and just say, all right, well, you're dominating. He's 17-7 at the moment, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah, a little bit out of control. Forrest at 9-3. It's not like he's doing badly this game either, but this is actually finally a round that looked reasonable for Heroic. They managed to stop the aggression. They managed to save 3 of the rifles. And IP, if they steal it away now, that's almost heartless, isn't it? Let them have a little bit of a victory here. Rez charging on through. That's through the smoke. Wild Flash with a FAMAS. And now hiding at the fountain. They're going to be wrapping around in 1 more second, and they're going to be there. He gets 1. A great double kill. It can't be happening. Finally, a bit of a return there as Asilian will get Dennis down through the smoke as well. So a little bit of a revenge, but how do they stop this? Rez, he just seems completely invulnerable at the moment.
With a FAMAS as well. That's nasty. With those 2 kills, you almost feel bad because that should have turned out better for NIP. Get Right. This is just a mirror of the previous round. Dennis and Rez in a 2-for-2 trade fall, and then Get Right pushing up gets eliminated as well. Another big advantage. Forrest is still going to be around bathrooms. Ascillion throwing utility over at the A bomb site, perhaps just a fake. The question is, how does Lekro get information? Where does he position himself? Over towards sandbags at the B bomb site. Relatively safe from both sides.
If Forrest catches Ascillion, if he's too quick here, then he can get in and help Lekro down on the other bomb site. 40 seconds, and Freiburg and Modi are still outside of that B bomb site, just waiting.
What do you do if you're heroic? I think you have to have Ascillion flank. I don't think you can call Modi and Freiburg all the way back because there's too many different places Forrest can be.
Yeah.
But this is an unwieldy position. Although Lekro will be exposed if he eventually does get there. And it looks like, yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, somebody cue the Jaws theme. Ascillion about to win the round. 18 seconds now. If he turns the corner at the right time, that should be an easy kill, taking down Lekro. And now it's on Forrest. Again, 1 versus 3. Didn't make it work last time. They smoked him off as well. Somehow that's the bomb with 8 seconds. How can that possibly happen? Now running for the smoke on the other side. 4 seconds left. They're going to go for the bomb plant. Forrest making it back out. Oh, they don't get it in time. They hurt the steps. What a mind game!
What a baller play. 1 kill, the jump and the appearance to the smoke with the footstep. Oh my lord. I cannot believe this worked. I cannot believe he got off that plant. They had the plant going down in time and just so nervous. Heroic is shook.
Absolutely duped them inside of that smoke. Many ways to lose a round, but losing it like that surely cuts deep.
It really does. That one hurts. You played it so well, Heroic. All right, well, time to attempt at a recovery. The money is still not good for NIP, so Heroic still has a great opportunity to get back into this half. 3-8. They're out of money, so is NIP. Winner of this. He's going to get a lot of benefits moving forward. There's some smoke coming out. Estag going to lead the way with the Deagle. 3-man defense over towards A, which we've seen a number of times. Usually it's more aggressive than this, but another triangle set up between Forrest, Dennis, and Rez.
Yeah, there is a chance for another heartbreak here because Rez is in the corner, and they haven't played defensively like this NIP, so if they forget to Molotov or check it, that could be really interesting. Somehow that connects. Forrest dropping very low in return, though. But he's taken so much attention away. Look at it. They're all just looking at him. They do check the corner. You could see Ascillion was just aimed at that the whole time. Wanted to make sure that they weren't going to be surprised. But that's a very heads-up play from him. Got to give some credit at that as Dennis will take down Modi. It's still looking very unlikely for NIP. 2 on 4. I'm impressed that Heroic can still stand up in this game.
I am too. They've taken a lot of punches, haven't they? On Nuke, they crumbled. Here, they're clawing themselves back into it. Perhaps a little bit ashamed of that performance, and the halftime talk just saying that they're going to keep fighting for this one. So Lekro's got to back away. They can't even force buy around this M4. They might do just because it's such a brutal reset that you're going to be saving twice no matter what. But Heroic, this is a good chance for them to springboard, kind of slingshot themselves, give them 2 or 3 rounds a little bit easier.
Yeah, this is actually not completely insignificant. A big change in the game now because obviously it's another round for Heroic. 8-4 now. The money for NIP, you're right. Maybe they do just force up because they'd have that. Actually makes a lot of sense. But if Heroic can win this, maybe they get up to like 6 rounds. I mean, that's a really good job considering how mentally devastated they must have been after the first map and even the beginning of this half.
And then later on when Forrest just jukes them out of their minds. Here we go, B-rush. No one here to defend. Get Right's coming in late, and actually they slow the rush down. Freiburg and Estag still just going to walk through Monster. Freiburg blind, got a little bit nervous, and that's going to start calling people over. That's a good win for Get Right. Can he survive? Forrest gets dropped, and yeah, they can't do anything else after that. Just CZs to defend with. That should be it.
Good commitment to the bomb site. Ascillion seems very dedicated to cause right now. He does not want to go home just yet. He's playing at a remarkable level right now. Maybe the first player for Heroic at the moment to really stand up and really try and put an end to this. He's 15-7. So that's a very, very high level to be hitting right now, considering how far behind they are. The rest of NIP, just maybe a couple of exits if someone was to escape that way for Rez. Lekro, I think, is going to walk away with the M4. 5 rounds now for Heroic. Quite the change.
And this next round will be a save from the 3 players who have fallen for NIP. The Deagle will still be there, the M4 will still be there, but other than that, it should be unarmored USPs as they save up for everything possible down the stretch. Well, Heroic won 4 of the last 5. Somehow gotten back into it despite the impressive play from Rez. Cillian at 15 and 7. Remember, it all started with that 1-on-2 clutch that he had over towards that B bomb site. That was well played from him. He's done a great job.
Yeah, you know they're not feeling it quite yet. They're still on thin ice, but the more it keeps working, more and more people could start to wake up and get back into the game. Modi, we need to see more of him. He's not playing badly, but need to see even more of him. S-Tag has been a great player for Heroic in the tournament up until this point, but now they really need him back in this quarterfinals, and again, not too many rounds can really pass by. Good stack on that B-bomb side. Can we see some Deagle headshots maybe out of Rez on the other side?
I think we could. The question is, what is the timing? They've seen this. The problem is this push has been used by Dennis 2 or 3 times, so I mean, they're going to be aware of it, right? Rez hears the footsteps. I say that. I could very well be wrong. S-Tag, Mertz, and Cillian have all walked past. S-Tag is coming back and glancing at it. Him and Freiburg keeping their eyes over in that direction.
Look at the call from the footsteps you mentioned.
Yeah.
All the NIP players gravitating this way instead. Cillian, if he walks out on long, he could maybe shoot Rest in the back. I'm not sure if that rock is going to cover him quite enough, so that might be the end. It's covering him right now. Oh my god, the timing is unbelievable. He's going to turn the corner the other way. They just managed to walk past each other as Lekro goes down. It looks like the attack is going to be coming in Rez. He might have missed his timing opportunity here. Might not be anything to do yet. Forrest is going to go down, and the rest, again, just have USPs. So that's a good headshot on one, trying for more. But Freiburg will shut down that round. Good triple for him, and that's 6 rounds for Heroic. We've got to give them some credit. It's not easy to mentally get back in a game like this, but somehow they actually have ended up at 6 rounds. I think that's a good enough base, really.
I mean, you have to imagine it's phenomenal as well for the fact that they didn't win the pistol round. They've had to grind these out in the rifle rounds. 5 of the last 6 now. And they started out a 7-1 deficit, so this has not been an easy half.
It's Freiburg and Cillian that have 28 kills combined. They're just doing so much work right now. Good refrag coming in from Modi. Forrest out of the ground. It's one of the really heavy hitters here on the NIP team. It's a 4-on-4. They can seal up this the 15th round, and that would truly be something for the Heroic team. Our final map is Train. If we get there, that'd be exciting.
That would be great. 2-2 split for the defense at the moment. Dennis and Rez over towards the A bomb site. Get right and Lekro at B. As Heroic has done a good job finally of finding some opening kills, or at the very least opening trades. And then they're able to use that alleviated pressure to move across the map. We didn't get to see that early in this half. We didn't get to see it on Nuke. S-Tag leading the way in bathrooms, and Freiburg just watching his flank. But Dennis and Rez, they have been very aggressive and very dynamic in their holds onto this bomb site. And I imagine Dennis is going to remain aggressive here. And if he keeps pushing up, Freiburg is going to be alone with the bomb. He could have caught him. It's Rez, the hot hand to defend against this hit.
See if they can find a flashbang, because if they flash around the corner, they might actually land behind Rez instead. He's going to duck down for the first one, but S-Tag will drop him. Good crouch in to take that kill. Very, very important. Another bomb is going to be going down, and it looks like NIP are in trouble here. Cillian taking down Dennis, Lekro, and Get Right. Don't even know how they can begin to retake this. They're just in such poor positions to try and do it. One flashbang as well on Lekro. So they might as well try something here in round number 15, but somehow Heroic find a way back into the first half here on Overpass. I must say I'm quite impressed. This takes something else. Not easy to rally a whole team after you're getting beat up that much. Get Right, 1 versus 4. The first half will finish 8-7 in favor of NIP. So well done. Stunner, you've got to be impressed as well.
Impressed, Anders. Just like this crowd here inside the Globen. My goodness, they've been riveting this entire time, but I think there's a little bit of squeaky bump time going on, and that is because Heroic is battling back into this thing. You got any Ninjas fans? Ernie? Any of you Ninjas fans in here? I don't know if they're feeling it, man. What do you guys think?
It's a bit early. Wait for the beer to get there.
Yeah, it is early in the morning, isn't it? And I mean, maybe the Ninja fans are just a little bit worried, a little bit scared that there seems to be some sort of comeback happening here. If Heroic win the pistol round, that would probably put them at 10-8.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be tough, especially because it seems like NIP did a really rough job down the stretch of that half of making sure that they could have that teamwork. That A bomb site where those first 7 rounds that they got in this half was so good, the way that Rez and Dennis were working together. And then at the end, it didn't work too much. They had a couple of those rounds where it was weird. One person with the point of attack and the other one trying to flank around A long.
Yeah.
And that defense just kind of seemed to get disconnected as the deeper we went into the half. Remember though, this is NIP's pick. They've got to be feeling confident on that T side.
Let's see what they can bring us here. Second map, second half coming up, first quarterfinals. Freiburg, he's been playing great on this map, and he wants to take the challenge. He's going to get a bit more than he wanted. They're all coming for him, and he's just not hitting the shot. And now Asilian, this flank is going to be dangerous. He somehow wins the fight. Modi followed up, taking down Forrest, and Asilian still fighting, still looking for the kill. And Lekro on the other side. That's almost a kill. I think they went through part of the tree there, and actually now Asilian going to try and run him down. I mean, he can't really back off because there's someone there waiting, so very, very scrappy round here from Heroic, but they've come out on top. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, these are tough fights. I mean, Modi and Asilian swing on long, and they get those 2 immediate kills. From there, the USP just reigns supreme. It still happens. Modi with 3 kills, and Lekro's all alone. 16 HP, he has the bomb, but, I mean, S-Tag and Mertz, they've got full health. And he's so far away. He's got to hope that there's going to be some monumental mistakes being made by Heroic in this round. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. A good recovery after Freiburg went down. 2 players push and make sure he can't find that kill, and Lekro now just, oh.
Okay.
I guess your health doesn't matter when that happens.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I do that all the time, Moses.
I mean, it's still going to be difficult to get more than that. I guess his best hope would be Mertz and Modi sticking together, playing together at that A bomb site. If he can get this plant down, use the range of that USP, hope for some misses, and get 1 or 2 of these headshots. We've seen it happen before, and he's going to get his chance.
If they come in from the high ground, that sniper spot, that kind of is headshot height, and they're very confused. Lekro moving forward. They're waiting for him right now. They do have a kit on Modi and the smoke, so if he doesn't get them when they're running in, that's going to be a big problem. Turning into the corner now. They're very fast indeed. He's going to have a lot to deal with right here. Looking for the headshot, but yeah, as soon as he misses that first one, it's not going to happen. They're on it. Modi with a triple, and Heroic win the pistol round. This would be a fairly big comeback for Heroic if they can make it work all the way.
Yeah, the plant is great. I think Lekro wanted to push up and find that one-on-one fight over towards, over towards that choke point.
Yeah.
And since he didn't get it, he pushed forward towards that CT spawn hallway, and he just didn't find that fight. And then he's just, it's not safe enough to fall back at that point towards Monster, towards sandbags. And then he's just kind of ruined.
It was 7-1 in favor of NIP in the first half, and now it's 8-8.
Yeah, they've returned the favor, haven't they? I like this little risky purchase for Rez, drop an AK-47 over from Lekro with all those kills in the pistol round, so he's got something to work with. Again, he's been on point. 1 or 2 of those headshots can open things up for the P250s. A little bit of utility, 2 flashbangs on Lekro just to support Rez. Do some economic damage, whatever it might be.
Yeah, I'm not really a betting man, Moses, but I might put my money on Rez if you gave me the chance here. He's definitely been hitting the shots, and NIP might not even, also Heroic might not even expect it. Going to be moving forward, waiting for it. That's a dangerous jump. There's the headshot to follow it up, taking down S-Tag. And they're going to continue past the smokes, running in, turning for the flashbangs. He's feeling it right now. He just wants another chance to spray his in. And Rez more kills. The triple! Taking down Asilian. What a god! And now Freiburg trying to see if he can challenge it. Modi, in fact, finally going to be returning and taking down Rez. But what an opening. 2 on 3 now, and Heroic don't even know what hit them. Bomb goes down, and they've picked up the rifles. There's a good shot for Modi. He is tired of losing as well. 2 on 2 here. And Lekro almost able to win the round, just getting that kill. That would have been big. Freiburg in a lot of trouble. Modi dropping low as well. Now he's all alone, 1 versus 2, and trying to get onto the bomb site. He has to win this round. They can't let NIP back in, and Modi doing the work, getting the headshot there, and now pressuring Lekro, hiding behind the truck, just trying to play for that bomb, and Modi has to go for it. He's on 1 health, has 1 chance, and he gets the headshot. Ridiculous clutch from Modi, taking it back, and Heroic are still in the game. Oh, there's no time. Oh, yes, the kid. It's barely going to be there. Oh, my God. What a round.
All the emotions there. What an opening provided by Rez. That's exactly what it was for, and you can see how good he's playing, why they drop him that gun. Still a victory of sorts for NIP, but, I mean, Modi just neutralizing this kind of an entry. All 3 kills, protecting everyone. NIP played that perfectly to get into the site. Look how much money that takes away from Heroic, though. Backs against the wall again. AWP pushed up. Mertz trying to find an advantage. He's got to fall away as he sees the nades rain in. 8-9. This has been an impressive comeback. And Heroic take the lead for the first time in this map. In this series, even.
In the series, you're absolutely right. I cannot believe that Modi managed to turn that around. Just 1 health. If that fight lasts a couple of seconds longer, it doesn't even matter because the bomb will go up. That was so close. Mertz in position, and he doesn't actually get the kill, but he's just going to fall back to safety. NIP have so much utility considering they lost the round. It's kind of impressive.
That plant helped out a lot, didn't it? And obviously, minute remaining. Starting to see the CT side. This is a lot of resources to have over towards long A. If the action's anywhere else.
Are they going to boost? Oh, it almost looked like Asilium was going to jump onto a vest tag. That would have blown my mind.
This is a very risky defense. Now, Rez might just go down here because there's just so many people, but he's neutralized the offer. Oh, he wasn't expecting that off angle. Still almost won the fight, and now the game is up. NIP's going to have to start pushing forward. Utility going to be used. You can see the footsteps. They don't care about making noise anymore. Freiburg, he's looking the wrong way at the moment. He has to push forward. And there's NIP. They crack it open, coming from 2 directions. And Heroic in for another retake.
An almost impossible retake given how low Asilian is. Mertz up here with the AWP. If they don't give him an easy shot, I don't think they can really do this. And Heroic, they don't have the money to lose these rifles, so there might just be a couple of seconds of fight here, but if it doesn't work out, it's time to just back off and cancel it. Yeah, that's the flank gone. The rest are going to be running away. When you're playing that ramp like Freiburg was, and you hear them running through the monster tunnel, it's always a little bit scary because if you have time to flash, then you know you're good, right? But
yeah.
if you miss the timing, the bomb site's just gone.
I think the real problem is, oh, even the off taken away. That's huge. Everything is taken away from Heroic. NIP ruthless in that round, and they're back on the board. It's been so long. It's been 6 rounds going back to the first half. 24 kills for Rez, 21 for Asilian. That's a really tough defensive stand to make if you're Heroic. 3 players in that B hit, when it comes in, they're just so far away. Even if they get that opening kill, it just takes so much time. And that Molotov just stops them dead in their tracks.
Yeah, probably wanted to go and take a fight at the tunnel, but unable to actually make it there. You're right. It's good getting the opening, but then they were really far out of position. Okay, final headshot there landing. Did some damage to get right, and they might have called that in. Said 1 bullet might be enough.
Yeah, he knows it as well. Backing all the way off, wants a safer way to watch the flank, and he'll just have to tell his team they can get to the door, they can get in towards the underpass, so just be careful. They keep pushing him, and he gets taken out. Misses the initial shot, a nice little shoulder peek to bait out his position. And NIP again put under some pressure in terms of how fast they want to go in this round. The fact they've lost Get Right eliminates 1 half of the map.
And Freiburg stealing that AK-47. Somehow he got away with running all the way back into T-spawn and picking that up.
If you're Heroic and you get that kill and you get the AK-47, you might as well just gamble stack towards the A bomb site. I mean, you might as well send all 4 players there, because you can see NIP, they're even taking this really slow. They're going to run into about 4 players. Freiburg is indeed coming to have the full 4-man stack, and I think this information is going to be given up. Asilian just spotted it. Still a tough task. Still NIP with all the advantage.
Not just a 4-man stack, but a 4-man stack where you only have 20 seconds. Asilian gets one before he's traded out. 20 seconds now on the clock. And Lekro, what a beautiful double opening. Forrest also taking down S-Tag. Freiburg here with a stolen AK-47, and they want it back. Rez will take him down. Another round for NIP now. 10-9. Back in the lead, but it's the money for Heroic that's the real big problem right now.
Now that round did get a little dicey as well. Good for Heroic to put up a stand. Take that AK from Get Right, have that stack, and make NIP really work for it. Get a couple kills as well in the end. Dennis has picked up the AWP for this T side, and Heroic this time doesn't really have anything to fight with. Not even a flashbang. So you have to have a chat with Freiburg later, Anders.
I will. I'll remind him. Probably if they lose the game, not right afterwards, but a couple of hours.
Well, we'll see. I mean, NIP, one pop flash could ruin this. You have a couple players staring into the wall, and here's the we'll see. Forrest, is he going to go check for that? No. Flashbang thrown just to see if there's any kind of a noise, any kind of a response. Forrest goes and peeks it dry. He could be in some trouble. How far out is he going to get? Spots one, spots two. Dennis is going to peek now. He's got to be careful. He needs to get away. They're going to bum rush him. He doesn't have all that much bullets. Forrest used a lot of those. And they get 2 kills out of it. Now you just got to hike it to the other bomb site. But NIP looking haggard in some of these rounds.
Yeah, well, I mean, how can you expect for that many people to be over at long, really? I'm kind of confused why the guy behind the tree was the first guy peeking out. I feel like the idea of that strat is that it's actually the bicycle player that's the first point of contact. And then
those stacks against the wall.
Yeah, exactly. And then the guy behind the rock and the guy behind the tree sort of pop out, and suddenly you're fighting 5. But never mind, it kind of worked anyway. The bomb is down, and they can't obviously retake. They have the AK and the AWP saved, so they want to keep doing that on the Heroic side. Still, good effort.
That's too much to give up if you're NIP. I mean, they're going to have this 2-round lead, right? But it's been labored. They've limped to this kind of a lead. And now they've given over, you know, an era of this map when Heroic doesn't have a lot of money, when their economy is not settled, and you give them a free AK and a free AWP. I mean, in a way, that's a disaster. So Heroic given a couple gifts in this round. Think about it, if they wanted to buy an AWP on somebody, it would have been with light armor and no nades, and NIP has now given them a full kit of utility, essentially.
It makes a big difference indeed. That shiny trophy in the middle of the stage is what they're playing for. Heroic far away from it right now. NIP probably feeling like 5 more rounds should be possible here. They have the economy for it, and they're starting to get a bit of momentum back, even if it isn't as easy as it was earlier. Still winning some of these rounds. S-Tag, I was going to say, slightly alone in connector. He's going to fall back up and reconnect with Mertz on the other side, and looks like they don't really want to stick around for that much longer. What's Get Right doing? He's sneaking alone in through the oven. Crazy play. I mean, that can probably work.
Oh, I wanted it to work so bad. And if Get Right, if he had just looked to the right, he might have had that kill. Mertz, he's blocked up by the Molotov. He can go nowhere. Way too aggressive. Dennis finds the kill, and that off is not recoverable for S-Tag. He's got to push up behind that smoke, have some kind of a presence. Bomb is still dropped far back. Let's hope NIP doesn't forget about it. But a pop flash through the smoke isn't going to work either. Aggression from Heroic not panning out the way they would have liked, and Asilian is alone here at A.
Yep, he needs backup. And any second now, they're going to realize it. If Modi is kind of close by, he can wrap around, and if Freiburg is quick to get up here, maybe him and Asilian can buy enough time, but if he goes down fast, then none of this... Oh my God! What have you done, Dennis? Taking down Asilian. He tried to dive back down behind the box, and it just wasn't quick enough. They're not even moving on the other side. They know. We're going to need to see that shot again.
Yeah, that's shock at all. I mean, that's... Yeah, after that kind of a performance, you just give up. 3 kills for Dennis. He handled everything for NIP. A 12th round now, and NIP getting closer to making it into the semifinals. Dennis wants it all. He wants all the guns away. Wants to cripple this Heroic team. He's the only player hunting at the moment. NIP doesn't have too much money built up, but enough for Dennis to go on this casual mission to take a weapon away. And he might just do it if he continues forward, although Madi's sneaking up closer just to hide himself. 12-9, NIP. They were shut down for a while. They lost 6 in a row, but now it's 4 straight, and now the smiles start coming out.
There's the one from Dennis. Taking down S-Tag, but this is the shot. Oh my god, it's not even the first one. It's just a double tap.
He doesn't even, like, you don't even have a lot of time to actually even pull the trigger on that one. Great reactions. Nade out early on. Force back any aggression. Up still in Mertz's hands, but he has no armor this time. And again, the reason he's able to buy an AWP in this round is because NIP gave him one from that eco round just previously. They gotta save some money without having to invest in it. If that comes back to haunt NIP here, it could be awful. Spam doing some work.
Actually, a lot of work. Cillian softened up quite a bit. Modi was, I think, grenaded down by Rez early on. They have a 3-man stack here towards the suicide, so that's that could be kind of hard to break for NIP. If you get the timing down right, so you get someone out of the connector door and someone through the tunnel, it could work, but otherwise it might be dangerous. Oh, well, flashbangs certainly help out. Freiburg nearly getting caught by that. They know someone's here, and now they're going to try and see if they can follow up the Molotov. Freiburg, smart play from him, not trying to take that challenge, but now through the tunnel, Freiburg, Modi's going to be coming through. Get right with the return. Great defense from Modi, though. A double kill, and he's still alive back there. The bomb on Get Right. But can they make their way through? Modi might have a big shot at winning this round here for Heroic.
30 seconds is a little bit of time for Get Right to hit the pause button, allow Dennis to work, who's just come out of the door. How do they do this? Get Right knows where two players are. He knows someone's outside a monster. He knows someone was spamming from up above. Get the bomb planted and go from there.
A Molotov meant to prevent Modi from getting out, but the smoke, oh, he sees him jumping down. Might be able to guess where both players are right now. Wants to see if he can look for it, and he goes down. Get Right winning that fight. Double for him now, and Dennis wrapping back around through Monster Tunnel. Perfect timing to take down Mertz, and that's going to be following up. Beautiful. Dennis immediately reacting. 13-9 now. He's really starting to get up there on the scoreboard as well.
We mentioned him. He was one player since he joined this NIP lineup that we felt had lost his step. Well, he showed up here to close this map out. A pair of rounds that are just gorgeous from him. Nice play from him and Get Right there. Heroic back onto pistols. CZ's armor, a half-buy comes out as the losing bonus is full, but they're going to need to have strong purchases. They need those ops out. All the utility in the next round.
13-9, and they are putting it all on the line right here, Heroic, and why not? They've had some interesting clutches, they've had some close rounds, but NIP just keep marching forward. No stopping them in this quarterfinals, it seems. Again, playing a very similar brand here on the T side that they pretty much have all throughout. Quite adamant taking birthday party area, taking long in restrooms. They want to make sure and clear that pretty much every round.
And they haven't had to deal with the obstacles that they present on their own defensive side. No one from Heroic is playing like Rez and Dennis. They're not getting that aggressive. They're not necessarily always playing in bathrooms. Outside of this from Mertz, it's a very solo affair, and Forrest doesn't care for it at all. But there's no one with the rifle like Rez was who's able to stop them, who's able to slow them down, have information, whittle down the forces, so NIP just gets to continue to march forward. There's a good stop from S-Tag, gets the AK, but can't do anything else. Got greedy. I think he wanted that AK-47.
Yeah, good refrag. And look how deep Dennis is, all the way past the bank stairs. Holding, if anyone tries to get through here, they're just going to get shut down. You're just not expecting it at that stage. When the bomb goes down, your focus is on that and not on the fact that someone would have pushed all the way past it. So just a good play. And keeping it cool, Dennis, for a little bit. Doesn't want to give this one up. I don't know how he thinks to check that corner, but well played.
He's just in the zone at the moment. It's, I mean, this is awesome from him. We've seen, what, now this is the third round in a row where he's just been in a really, really good place. I mean, he's just feeling the game very, very well. Freiburg gonna hope and pray someone walks into him right at the end so he can grab an AK-47. I do not think it's gonna happen. He's got his 5.7 with the banana on it. It's fitting.
Yeah, no Inferno, but you're right. We like that. He's going to win the fight and actually make it into the next round. So, slight bit of annoyance at the end.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Weapon dropped over to Forrest. 14-9, double up setup from Heroic. This is it. This is their last stand. It's all they've gotten. They've invested everything. NIP on the verge.
Yeah, there's only one way to go right now for Heroic, and that's up. Otherwise, it's going to be all over. S-Tag smoking off, just a bit of cover to try and see if he can make it work. The double grenade is going to land way in front of him, and he's going to win that fight against Forrest, but can he get back? No chance at all. Dennis is there, so just a good job making sure that that wasn't going to go unpunished. And as you said, the final stand here.
That's a calculated risk from Dennis. When that Opera goes down, he's just kind of making the risk that there's no one on the other side of the smoke, because look how much ground he can gain. Oof. Cillian's, he's got to remember getting taken down like that previously from the very same man. And now look, he can cut off the rotation back from long. Oh, Mertz misses a shot, though. That was a great opportunity wasted by the Opera.
He gets blocked off for just a second. Are they going to actually strike the bomb site in that time? Because that Molotov's going to be gone just about now. So Mertz is back in the action. Cillian on this lineup. Can they pop flash him out of this? They smoke again. They're keeping that AWP player gone for a while. Smart play, but Mertz pushing through, taking down Get Right. And now it's a 2-on-3. It's looking very good right now for Heroic, trying to stay alive, keep this game going. Mertz again, he strikes, taking down Lekro. And now it's Rez. He has been an outstanding player on this NIP roster, but he's boxed in with 30 seconds and 10 health. That is not exactly a recipe for success.
Look how far Madi's backed off. He just can't care about the plant. He has to let him have it. Does not want to risk it. He knows Rez has had a great game. Bomb goes down. Now a chance, but Freiberg from behind shuts him down. Too many angles for Rez to worry about. NIP get into the bomb site. They do some damage, and you can see the double up setup from Heroic is being salvaged. Great round from Mertz. He's had a quiet game, but that time not letting it slip away, coming back repeatedly through the smoke.
Yeah, it's a hard decision to make, and I imagine even harder because he couldn't really know if someone was going to be flanking late long, so he had to worry about a lot of things in that one. But if he leaves the Cillian alone, then that's also very bad news. So just a job well done. They saved both the AWPs. We're going to go to round number 25 here. It's NIP is still heavily in the lead, still with quite a bit of bank. 8,600 on Dennis after the buy here. It looks like a good old B rush right through the monster tunnel, but Freiberg is absolutely ready for it, shutting down Lekro and Rez inside the smoke. They don't even make it out. This is what Heroic need.
That's the last thing NIP need. They go for the uppercut. They try and catch him off guard. It's not going to work. The economy from Heroic after this round is going to be flush. You're exactly right. This is what they needed. And it's going to be such a powerful way to return into form for this game. NIP, they still have plenty of money, but that's going to breathe some new life into this team, into this defense. It's not over yet.
They can start to feel it now. They're not looking too excited. I think that it's all focused on adrenaline right now. They know that they have it right at the edge of it. If they can win this next round, NIP's economy is not going to be looking good. Connecting 2 rounds might even push them all the way up to 14, 15 rounds. They actually have a very good shot at doing this, but they need to keep that focus alive. Get Right, charging right on through. Looking to see if he could catch somebody. Maybe would have been surprised, but instead he's just occupying this position. Still a powerful position to be in. You can hear everything on that B bomb side. Does he want to try for it again? Didn't work last time.
I feel like it did work last time. He lost the fight, right? He got through and he had an advantage. He had like the first 5 shots and just couldn't land them. Awkward situation, but yeah, you're right. I mean, behind the sandbags, he's got a good position. Madi's a bit worried. He's gonna jump. Oh! Get out. Get Right. Just shuts you down, and Dennis to follow up. Half HP for him, and what a blunder from Madi. Get Right provides the opening NIP needed.
If that isn't a safe jump, I don't know what is. He got the kill regardless, and now they are in a lot of trouble. 3 versus 5. S-Tag hoping to stop someone from making their way past, but the bomb is coming in the safe route through the monster tunnel, and NIP have everything they need. They've used a lot of grenades, but they should be able to do it, and Rez making absolutely sure it's going to be the dagger in the bag, and Cillian goes down, and they've just got to be wondering what is going on.
Rez just kind of trots in and says, checkmate. You can't even survive. You cannot get away. Everything will be taken. The ops will be gone. Oh, Get Right, what a time to have that entry out of the B bomb site. You love the fact that he went for it again, that he was being aggressive, and oh, Rez wants a knife. He wanted to knife him. Gets a double kill in the round. NIP just one round away from the semifinals.
What a kill from Get Right. That position seemed so safe from Muddy. He was almost behind the sandbags.
Listen, Get Right's been teaching Counter-Strike lessons for almost a decade now. I mean,
incredible. Well, the remaining part here from Heroic, 2 MP9s, a bit of the story. The crowd is really starting to come alive now. They can feel it. They know it's close. NIP, 1 round away from making the semifinals here on home soil, center of Stockholm. They are absolutely ready for it. They've been looking amazing. Dennis came alive in this game. Quiet for a long time, and Rez, the young superstar, has rocked this game. 30 kills for him right now. Get Right opening up and taking down Asilian. They're trying to get him run down, but he takes one more with him. Money's out of it. And a lot of trouble now. 3-on-3, yes, but they're out of grenades on that Heroic side. And look at NIP, they've got so much to work with.
Oh, Dennis, he always sees the jump. Almost got it again. That's the ult. Monty, no armor. Oh, that Molotov scares him away. And Dennis, one more time. The nade as well. And the follow-up. Dennis with so much impact down the stretch. And what a story. It all falls on the shoulders of Freiburg, the former Ninja in a 1 versus 3.
He's got almost no chance. 30 seconds. No bomb plan yet. They're making damn sure he's not hiding in some corner at the last second. The bomb has now been picked up and Lekro's making his way there. Freiburg going to be coming in from the high ground. Might get a chance to get an easy kill there, taking down Dennis. Still another 2 to come. Forrest and Lekro on the other side. This seems absolutely impossible. And he's going to sneak back up. He's not even sure where the bomb is. That's how much confusion is happening. And now he's realized they were back there. What could he do? He just wants, yeah, a grenade, anything that he can use. But Lekro and Forrest are in perfect positions. They're waiting for him. And Freiburg, this will be the clutch of the century if he can bring it back. 1-on-3, about to lose the quarterfinals here. And Forrest, look at the lineup here. And there it is, 16-11. NIP make the semifinals here at the CORSAIR DreamHack Masters. They have done it 2-0 against Heroic.
A phenomenal win for NIP. That one they had to work for. A great comeback. Everyone coming alive. Doing it in front of the home crowd, and for Heroic, it's an earlier exit than they wanted. But I think they surprised some people. I think they surpassed some expectations of this event. For the Ninjas, it just means another event, another day on the stage in front of this home crowd.
Yeah, they're going to be telling themselves, if only we had started better than 7-1, maybe there would have been a way to do this.
Yeah, but you have to be so happy if you're the Ninjas at the moment. You had a great game from Forrest in that opening map. You had Dennis with the impact coming alive. Same with Get Right. Rez was phenomenal on Overpass. All the pieces are there. They haven't all clicked at the same time necessarily, but all the pieces at some point in this event have shown up. And if you're going to make another miracle run, if you're going to give us one more piece of Nip magic, it seems like a possibility here at DreamHack Masters.
Yeah, good farewell. You could see Heroic, the crowd giving the last applause here, but that means NIP are going to be facing off against either MIPR or Astralis, which, by the way, is the next quarterfinal coming up. That will be exciting.
Yeah, that's going to be I'm so excited for that game, and definitely NIP got to be looking at that and just kind of, you can't feel good about either one of those teams, but I mean, no better task than taking out such a huge favorite, right? The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
No one is going to question your run if you make the grand finals going through that bracket.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Yeah. Well, we've got the analysts with us, so Alex, you guys must have been enjoying that game. NIP on home turf, doing it.
Yes, magical, absolutely. You guys sounded like you're having a blast, and I am very, very, very excited to see how the rest of the day pans out. Next game, of course, we find out the opponents for NIP in that semi-final, and neither of which is going to be an easy task. But first, the matter at hand. I am your host, Machine. I'm joined by Maniac and Pimp. Guys, we just got a real game here. We did all kind of prepare everyone for the likelihood of NIP taking this one. However, I think this is a lot of lessons being learned here. First of all, you called it, Maniac. Nail on head with the Rez call. He has been picking up momentum and he didn't stop here.
Well, that's how powerful Rez can be. I think this city side on Overpass was all Rez. And I want to say Rez was the pinpoint of it, but it was just NIP overall, using that momentum from the first map, never letting Heroic catch any breath. They were playing extremely aggressive. It backfired a little, and I think that's where Heroic deserves some praise from coming back into the game. But it was clear from NIP they wanted to take them straight at the beginning of every round, and Rez with the double trouble kill so many times.
Yeah, Forest getting some ridiculous frags as well. He really could not get outside no matter how hard they tried. Lekro doing the same too. Jacob, Nuke. The one downside to having this map as your home map is that should you pick it, your opponent gets the side, and NIP 13 rounds on the defense of map 1.
Yeah, it's always tough to start out a matchup like this, starting on the T side, especially on a map like Nuke. I do feel a bit disappointed by Heroic in the way they approached it. What we saw yesterday against Optic, and what we tried to explain in the pregame as well, was they're so good at constantly keeping Optic on their toes, right? They were constantly making the CT second guess, but in this time, NIP, they just took it to them. You saw it in Yard in the first highlight, Lekro just shutting it down, Freiberg shutting it down, Riz and Forest obviously shutting it down. They didn't get any chance to even rattle out NIP on that CT side. So overall, I would just say that NIP came in really, really prepared. They knew what Heroic had, and that's how it is sometimes when you're a team like Heroic. You fall flat. If your plan A doesn't work, your plan B is not necessarily as strong as the plan A, and then you meet a team like NIP who's just a little bit better at every aspect of the game, and that's why there's such a big difference, despite them, not being that far from each other.
And with the scoreboard on your screens as well as Silly, a huge shout out needed for him. We'll talk about more about that in just a moment, because right now I think we have a rather happy Swede with a headset on. Get right, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm
Look
here,
at that smile.
Can you even hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I thought it was going to be like I can hear myself.
No, the crowd can hear you too. Anything you want to say to them, first of all?
I'll do it in Swedish, okay?
Sure, man. Do your thing.
Tack så mycket för alla som kommer hit så tidigt. Jag vet att många har problem att komma hit och det var en väldigt tidig match. Jag är extremt glad att se er. Jag älskar allihopa och Go Ninjas, eller hur? Nu kör vi!
Yeah, I got you. Thank you. Thank you, Get Right. Now, what I want to do next is ask you a little bit about this game. Guys, you saw the veto, you saw Nuke come out from Heroic. Did you think they've walked into your den, or what was the situation there?
To be honest, I got to know the maps like 2 minutes before it went live.
So, you and Forrest are the same, aren't you? God damn.
But playing Nuke is always a nice map. I think like they're having the same mindset as us. Like it's a good map for both of the teams. So I think we were both happy with the choice. I think that Farrak told me in the break after the first map, like we wanted to pick Nuke, but apparently they picked it. So we were happy with that choice,
All right, first, congratulations on the win. And also, I wanted to ask you how important it is for you to play on stage here in Sweden. How do you feel like the effect it has on you?
It means the world to me and the team, because we've been having a real tough time here, and or the year itself. So it's just amazing to be here, and then we're here at the semifinals, and it's just amazing. I mean, it's my hometown, and it means the world to me. And I've been so disappointed for so many, like a long time, since 2014 was the last time we were here, and we didn't make it to the playoffs. So 4 years I've been waiting for this chance, and I'm just super happy to be here. And I mean, you can see it on how good Forrest has been playing, and Rez and all those guys. They're putting up big numbers. So I'm just enjoying the show, basically. I just take up the hands here, and like, oh, Forrest, nice headshot in there, But it is what it is, and I'm just happy to be in the semifinals, and just hope that we can just keep doing what we've been doing, and yeah.
You guys look like you're having so much fun in that booth. Lots of big smiles on everyone's faces. Jacob, you have anything to Get Right?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, talking about the young guys you're playing with now. Lekro is one of them, your new in-game leader. How's he establishing himself as an in-game leader for your team? Is there anything he does in particular to make you guys work together?
I don't think there's any special thing that Jonas does. He's just Jonas, if you ask me. Like, he's a happy lad. He's just making everyone happy. He is calm, he's collected, and then sometimes he has some random raging, which is more with a smile on his face, so you don't really get tilted or mad or something. So I think that he was needed into the team, and him being an in-game leader has making everyone much better. So I'm just happy to have him in the team.
Yeah, we're happy to watch you guys work. A final question before we let you go and celebrate with the team. MIBR Astralis is about to play. First of all, who's taking that? Second of all, who do you think you're going to be facing?
That's going to be a hell of a game, sorry to say. I mean, as a fan, like many people already know that I love watching CS and so on, so I need to just get out of here and just watch the game.
Get your ass into the crowd.
I don't want to talk to you anymore. But I don't like to give out prediction. I just want a great game and something that's going to be beautiful for spectators here, because like I don't want them to leave the stage here because we have already played the first game. I wanted to stick here and watch the beautiful games that are coming up,
Perfect. Get Right. Lovely. Thank you so much. Good to talk to you, and we'll see you tomorrow in the semi-finals. Thank you. That's Chris, that's Get Right, and of course the Ninjas in Pyjamas feeling absolute positive vibes, channeling their energy to us as well with a huge win versus Heroic, and now find themselves just one best of 3 away from potential grand finals. Not going to be easy though, because the next game is coming up. Let's get those closing thoughts rattling out for Heroic, because we talked to Vasily, and it would be foolish of us not to address the pros and cons of Heroic's performance here, Jacob. The Dane went off.
Asilian went off, you know, and I don't think you can blame it on him. Obviously, we don't know the inner workings of the calling, whatever he was doing, good calls, bad calls, all that kind of stuff. That's something that they have to figure out within the team. One thing we can pinpoint, I think, and it's fair to say, is that the youngsters from Heroic didn't do too well. Mertz had a rough game. S-Tech were nowhere near his level from the group stage or the past form. So those two playing on the stage maybe got a little bit to them. But that said, you know, it's only a con in the future, or only a pro in the future, because they're going to learn from this. They're going to get more experience, and hopefully next time they're on a stage against a team like NIP, they'll do even better. So overall, I think Heroic can be super proud of their performance. Just getting to the playoff, beating NIP, and having a close game against FaZe, that's more than enough for a new team like them.
Couldn't agree more, and I think we'll continue to talk about that for a couple of days to come. More, though, is coming up after the break. We're going to go ahead and take a quick one, because when we do come back, you heard it from the man himself, Get Right, saying it's going to be a hell of a match. MIBR versus Astralis. Only one team advancing, both hot contenders to lift a trophy, and only one will step into the semi-finals. We'll find out how it plays out after this.